fight night, folks. IXC 4, brought to you by the ESFL Gaming Network. Boiler here with my co-host and good friend here, Ruthless Omni. How you doing there, buddy?
I'm doing pretty well. How about you?
Hey, man, it's fight night midweek coming up on an awesome, we got an awesome ESFL card on Saturday. We got an awesome real card with Gaethje and Khabib, obviously. But tonight, not to be slept upon, 6 legit fights, including the main event, which is for the championship. So looking forward to calling these with you, Ruthless.
Absolutely. This entire card is stacked top to bottom. I'm extremely excited to see how it goes.
For sure. Yep. Today, in my opinion, this kicks off fight weekend for me. So really stoked for that. Looking at the tail of the tape for the quick rundown of who we're fighting or who's fighting tonight. We got JD versus Canio for the championship. Can't wait to see that. Guns versus Young Killix. Joe the Monster, the one and only, versus Silent Ninja. An old dog. I know you've had some experience, I believe, with beer bongs and BMWs versus ICB Mist, Reaper and Shells. And kicking it off, DSN NoobTuber versus Mystic Mac. I mean, we got the championship, Ruthless, but what other fights kind of pique your interest before we get going tonight?
I mean, overall, it's funny to see beer bongs and BMWs actually be playing in the competition. I used to play them on Xbox, and nothing really to that. We just used to play against each other on Xbox, so it's gonna be interesting to see how he does on in this game. I'm excited.
Awesome. Definitely. So we got a full main card tonight. Let's go ahead and get started. What do you guys say? Starting off, DSN NoobTuber and Mystic Mac. Let's go to the scouting report. Let me pull that up. Mystic Mac, what is he looking to do? First off, IXC veteran. His goal is to fight the best players around. Boxing stand-up is what he lives and dies by. He's expecting to get a win by knockout in the second round. Mystic Mac. His opponent, Noob, DSN NoobTuber, plans to check chins all the way to the top, starting with Mac. He's new to the UFC, not the best, but has potential is what I've seen on these notes. That's up to him to prove it right here. His fighting style's whatever. He decides his opponent's weaknesses, and he's either going to win by knockout or decision. So both of them predicted knockouts here, Ruthless.
Absolutely, and I think that's what you need to do is you need to be predicting a finish, right? And right away, Joanna coming out with that high cardio pace like we would expect.
Definitely, with 3 rounds at this weight class at women's strawweight, there's no reason to pull off the. Oh wow, nice kick there. No reason to pull off the gas pedal though in the 3-round fight like this.
No, not at all. I mean, what we're in pretty much, she's just putting pressure, and coming forward and using a lot of 1-2s, and she needs to be careful. But so does a kid in here. Mystic Mac just coming forward and putting it in. I'm assuming that this is new, but not kidding. Sorry. But I saw kidding. But anyway, so you know, right now Mystic Mac coming forward. Ooh, that's a flying knee attempt, and that was pretty excellent. I think it's just using Joanna really well, but a lot of 1-2s, and if Noob can kind of pick up on these 1-2s, then Joanna may not be in a good position, get slip straighted. That might come.
That's the thing. That's what Noob needs to adjust after the first couple of minutes. Took a lot to the chin, took a fair amount of head damage, but Rose is tough, so Noob definitely isn't that far into the bank. And up against the cage here, maybe can change how this round is going.
Yes, absolutely. So I think a big part of this is, that was a big whiff. Is there's 2 parts of this. Is just a 3-rounder, and you know I'm looking at the stamina from Joanna, and right now Mystic Mac is just again coming forward with 1-2 body kick, and then throwing a flurry of punches when up close in that close range brawling distance. But that was a really good flurry. Right,
working to the body there. Beautiful body work. Yeah. So maybe see what we're going to see some adjustment with head movement. We might see some body work by Mystic Mac, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think a big part of this, that was excellent. Now let's see if she can capitalize with this single leg trip here that she ended up getting this ankle pick. Ooh, and she is, and she's able to transition into half guard.
This is nice to know. I got a minute 20 left. Submission attempt. Minute 20. There's enough time, but this is pretty much impossible to hit from this. And the skate bar is already halfway full, so not much more than a time burner here. And that's not what Noob needs after kind of a rough start to the round either.
No, not at all. I think a big thing that he could utilize right now is definitely not allowing Mystic Mac to get up right there. Staying on the ground and punishing on the ground is a really big, it would be a really big help to him. And he should continue to do that. We'll see if he's able to take down Mystic Mac again. That was a good switch high kick that almost landed there. It looked like Joanna's shoulder blocked it. But Joanna just coming again, coming forward, and 1-2s.
Pretty good accuracy. Those are landing too, and it's not even incredible pressure, but a lot of high percentage landing. So fighting well, and when you got Rose kind of trying to sidestep there, catching her as well. So that one's pretty obviously for Noob Tuber, I would say.
Yeah, and so Noob needs to start. You know, doing what is the opponent doesn't expect like this, which is good.
Perfect.
Great start down.
Exactly.
And, but letting Joanna get up to the cage. Now, if he can capitalize, he's in a great position, starts knees to the body. Now he goes for the back, and he does get the back pat position. That's great.
Definitely not slamming immediately either. That's probably a big mistake. Going for that rear naked. Still not going to make it. Incredible jiu-jitsu and defense here by Joanna, we are seeing. Apparently, Rose not getting that. We'll see where they end up in the scrambling, and Joanna's on top.
Yeah, the sub game in this is, I think it definitely needs a little bit of tweaking. It seems a little easy to get out at this point.
I would agree.
But still, good work, I mean, from Joanna. That was amazing, and she does not follow her to the ground, so she wants a clean knockout here. So
you might as well at this rate, because look at that head health. It's already just taking a couple shots and it's flashing. So might as well keep it standing.
Ooh. And
big
again,
knockdown, too. So this is going huge 1-2 head kick. I don't know if you're going to survive this beating right here. It's over. No way she's going to survive. Great fight. Congratulations. That's big for Mystic Mac right there.
Absolutely. Came out, showed a lot of pressure, showed a lot of good striking skill. A lot of promise there. Very right-handed, according to the ground and pound. Yeah, but those good combinations that came out of there when she got into close range, like doing an uppercut, hook, which you would see probably in one of the highlights here. But that's a tremendous 1-2 high kick, which is pretty much what Mystic Mac was landing the whole time. So good job to Mystic Mac, and he goes and his record improves by 1. So excellent work.
That was good. And Mystic Mac did try, or excuse me, Noob tried to move and sidestep a little bit later on. Mystic Mac quickly went to the body, caught even a couple leg kicks when trying to move out. So adjusted there. But like you said, those straights, that pressure, not overbearing pressure, being pretty sparse. I'd say being really on top of it. So what I'm not using it too much, but at the right times, using that pressure, but not overcommitting. That's the word I'm looking for. Ruthless.
Well, there was no sways, there was no slips. It was just, you're just kind of like this a moving target
bag. Exactly.
Yeah,
so not overcommitting, but using the pressure in spurts and connecting. Very high. We didn't see the hit rate, but nice hit percentage. So good game plan all around.
Oh, I'm sure it went. I'm sure that the punches definitely exceeded like over 200 from Joanna, and that's something to expect from a Joanna player. If they're pretty good and sound, you can just go at them constantly.
Yep. And you got to counter.
So the next fight, that ping. The next fight.
All right, we're ready for that next fight. Second fight of the night. Here we go, folks. We got Shells and Reaper. Let's start with Shells. Up and coming IXC talent, extreme potential is what the scouts are saying. So some extreme potential with Shells. Shells' goals are to be a top competitor within the league for as long as possible. Technical counter puncher, but very well-rounded. Believes this is going to be a tough fight. Opponent's a very good grappler coming out of the ICB camp. And going to ICB Reapers, ICB Fight Camp, showing a lot throughout the UFC 4 community. ICB Reaper representing them tonight IXC veteran, strong ground game. Goals are to be the top and get that team name out there. It's a real team effort there. Plan to accomplish them by beating anyone in the way. Reaper considers himself a grappler / pressure fighter and expects Shells to pressure and use so Reaper's going to use a lot of counter striking and grappling. That's the plan. Ruthless, a lot of counter striking and grappling from Reaper.
Right, and let's see. I mean, you definitely are going to need it when you're fighting a Cody Garbrandt player. The thing about Cody Garbrandt in general is that his chin is a little low, and he does not have good recovery. So if you can rock him, you can definitely capitalize. So if you think, ooh, that was a great switch kick, Kai. If he thinks that he can utilize some pressure like that and mix it up to the body and go, with takedowns, this should be pretty good for him, especially with the onslaught that Cody Garbrandt can really bring. A good Cody Garbrandt player is using straight fundamental boxing and putting his hands in your face constantly.
Absolutely. And really, he's busted a kick. So we're going to get to the action. I got some things to say about that, but we're getting tons of action. Good.
Oh, what a crazy
He was just working the body, Ruthless.
Yeah. Just a heads up, your mic is acting a little funny, bud. But
okay.
What I'll tell you is right now that was an excellent takedown denial. And again, this is the kind of thing that you'd like to see from a Garbrandt player as well as a TJ Dillashaw player. They both are doing pretty well. That was a double uppercut attempt that it didn't really go anywhere. But overall, what we really expect from this is Reaper needs to watch his head health, and so does Shells. I mean, both of which can really have ramifications if they don't pay attention to this. But they're both just brawling it out here. I mean, Shells right now coming forward. He's putting his hands in his face, and he just caught it with a lovely straight. I mean, it's a good Cody Garbrandt player right here.
We're seeing a lot of action. Let me know if my mic's cutting out. I think I fixed the issue. Knock on wood.
Good. It's done good.
Good. I think I blew it out with some of that when he ducked that head kick and some good counter. We are seeing tons of action. Reaper, aka Dillashaw, his head health is going low, but as you said, Garbrandt is very susceptible to those shock big hits. But it doesn't matter, it looks like, because we got a nice takedown and mount with 1:30 left.
Right, and he did pretty well there to deny the transition that was attempted by Garbrandt to go to full guard, and that's something that you could really like. And another denial to the top mount, and he tries to go up to go to backside, and that fails. I mean, overall, he's trying to play pretty smart on his back here. He just needs to be patient. The ref will stand it soon. But unfortunately, he did allow for a top mount again, so that's going to reset the timer.
It does, and so we're going to end the round here. Now he's trying to end with a little bit of damage. He's not too worried about stamina with Dillashaw in a 3-rounder either, so he's trying to just get as much damage as he can in the next 30 seconds or so.
Absolutely, and the term patient and technical they don't know it. These two guys don't. They're going at each other, and they somebody stole the other's girlfriend or wife. Like, they're really trying to go and tear each other apart here.
They're pulling on each other's weaves right now, man, for sure. It's a street fight.
It's street fight. It's pretty good, though.
Yeah,
one rock to one rock.
Good action, exactly. It's definitely not much of conservative tactical fighting, but they are not just going out there button mashing either. There is some nuance to it, but on the other hand, they're not leaving anything for the second round. I think we're going to get a knockout here. We'll find out.
Absolutely, and that was a great 2 jabs there from Cody.
Coming out strong. Well, look at that. Exactly. There's Shells, the Cody player, already losing half of his health.
Oh!
Big liver shot right into it. And the Muay Thai knees, 2 to the head, 2 to the body.
That's excellent. That's some excellent work right there. What a good awareness to throw that lead body kick when he went to sway. Ooh, and he swayed back perfectly with the overhand. He did try to do it again, but it didn't really go anywhere.
Now he's trying to be a little slicker and catches him with the uppercut right at the perfect time. Reaper's in trouble here, I think, Ruthless.
Absolutely. It was hilarious because he tried to jump on him, and he threw 2 hooks, and it didn't work, so he just backed off. Oh, what a great overhand.
Catches him on the end of that overhand. Now he's punishing the body, working him out. Catches him with the left hook. I don't know if Dillashaw's going to get up from this. all the EP in the world may not know great post though. But it ain't over yet. He's still in the red zone, very hurt. Punishing. It's over with Ruthless. Pounded his temple out to finish that. Great performance by Shells, right? You saw big adjustments there.
Yeah, absolutely. And what was really interesting is that he came forward with that overhand on the back step, right? Like so Dillashaw went to do a back step and he overhand him, and that's a very high IQ play there. If somebody's backstepping and you're able to catch him with that overhand, that's excellent work. Is this an Xbox, or it is Xbox? So they don't have the patch yet. That actual backstep is no longer in the game. So very interesting that they very interesting to see how this game used to be on the Xbox and compare it to what it is now on PS4. And all you PS4 players know what I'm talking about. The game's completely changed. Very cool round.
I'm enjoying that new patch. I'm extremely excited that EA is supporting this and bringing these patches. So guess what? We just finished a third of our card, 2 out of 6 fights, and got a big announcement. We're going to show the ESFL 93, a little preview of the card coming up this Saturday, Ruthless. First off, it's going to be a special time because obviously versus T4H Recognize for the belt. Tons of other awesome fights. The inaugural champion of the Xbox, Dabakin versus Southpaw, and Blake Tyler versus Mangan. Tons of other stacked fights. And of course, you got to remember the undercard will be some of the top PlayStation guys. Ruthless, ESFL is bringing the pain right now. And because they're only doing one card a week right now, every fight matters so much. And tons of talent. Looking forward to that after the pay-per-view this Saturday.
Yeah, and to talk about the pay-per-view, how incredible that fight's going to be. I do want to give a nice shout out to my boy Suave Jamie. That dude is awesome, and him and I used to have some really good back and forths inside of Xbox. I know T4H Recognize as well, ground fighter. So this should be an excellent battle of wit. We'll see an aggressive grappling style, I could imagine, from T4H Recognize, and a very tricky and smart game from Suave Jamie. I'm super excited to see this fight Saturday.
Oh, I'm stoked. Fingers double crossed. Xbox gets the full patch. Everything's working smoothly by then. I'm pretty darn sure will be. Even if it wasn't, it'd still be an awesome fight. But that'll just kind of be icing on the cake. So super stoked. ESFL Gaming on Twitch, or of course on YouTube. Subscribe, follow, be there, check it out. I guess it's time for that third fight. What do you say, Ruthless?
Let's do it. We got some beer bongs and BMWs versus Great Miss YouTube. I guess so he's doing YouTube. That's good. So plug that guy. That's awesome.
Super easy right there.
Right.
A name like beer bongs and BMWs. I don't know if there's much else to be said about that, but let's get right into the actual scouting report.
Guy likes to party.
Definitely likes to party. If he's like John Jones when he parties, he's gonna be ready to rock tonight.
Or going to jail. So
beer bongs and BMWs. He's an in and out of the top 100, promising up and comer though in the IXC. His goal is to prove himself as one of the best in the world. Put on exciting bouts is his number one goal though. Wants to always chase a finish. Winning an IXC championship and competing against the best is, really what he's looking for as well. Kickboxer is going to war. ICB missed, IXC veteran, deadly no matter where the fight goes, heavily based on head movement and pressure. So we're already having some action. Time to get going. What did I miss so far? I probably missed 50 strikes so far, Ruthless. Run it down for me.
It just come right in. Right now they're just going at it. This is some pretty interesting Aljamain Sterling work. A lot of pressure here. That was a great teep kick. But I'll tell you this, he's coming at him with those switch kicks over and heavy and often, and he's really looking to mix it up with some high kicks and knees. Great Miss is really landing it, and it looks like he's body hunting right now. As for beer bongs, he's trying to be elusive. He's trying to avoid the pressure. That was pretty good there. That actually was pretty excellent. Very good jab, hook coming from Beer Bongs. Overall, it's a pretty interesting fight. They're both just going at the body, it looks like.
Yeah, both body hunting, which is always nice to do. Pretty dangerous, though. They catch you with a big uppercut or knee or something, but put that money in the bank. Even in a 3-rounder, it can pay dividends if you do it the right way. He's working it big time. Sterling, i.e. Great miss, doing work to the body, too, continuing it. But there's a knee right from Beer Bongs, so they're working each other, like you said.
Yeah, this is a good work. I think overall, I think one of the things that I'm surprised to see is Aljamain. So there it is. That was what I was looking for. So he takes down the party animal, Beer Bongs and BMWs. And now, now let's see what happens.
Here's my question for you.
Sure.
Was he striking like that the first few minutes just to throw him off and use that takedown? You think he was planning that, or was it more spontaneous?
Overall, it just seems like he's... I couldn't tell you if this is planned. I believe his game plan is to land that body switch and to throw him off and land multiple different kicks in different parts of the body. Like, so as you can see, so he can throw a high kick and potentially get a rock. He was doing that since the beginning. Nothing really missed in regard to that. And again, he lands it. I think that this is going to be very significant for Beer Bongs and BMWs, especially looking at what his stamina already is looking like right now.
There you go. I was literally going to say the same thing. Sometimes stamina doesn't even matter in a 3-round fight, but here it's going to be a factor at this rate. Pretty big disparity between the two, but the body health is also hurting for Jose Aldo, aka Beer Bongs. So take a little. His liver's a little hurt from too many Beer Bongs. Needs to cover that up a little better. Get those elbows down.
Yes, he does. That's a great name, by the way. So,
I love it. But she should drink and drive, children. Definitely not Beer Bongs and BMWs, just on separate days, not at the same time.
Yes.
PSA, sponsored by IXC and the ESFL. They are throwing. There's the stats: 124 strikes. He's taking body damage and outputting 124 strikes. Sure, he landed half of them, but if he doesn't get a quick knockout, maybe in the second round, he's going to be in big trouble.
That's confusing stats to me. I was only paying. I guess I was paying attention to Sterling. I didn't think he threw that much, but I'm happy they threw that out there. Take a look at this real quick. That's a missed heap, and again he lands to the body. A great Missy is literally showing you, saying, "Hey, I'm gonna go for your body. I'm gonna push forward, and I'm gonna take." Oh, he don't give a damn about that. He's giving a good run.
Commentator curse.
Commentator curse.
It's funny. It's funny. He's definitely got some life in him. So we're seeing. Oh, Mist bringing it back though. Mist is pushing him up against the cage, taking that damage. But I think he wants to put him up the cage and maybe take him down again. I think it's time for a takedown, don't you?
I would imagine so. I'm honestly, if I'm being Aljamain Sterling, I'm looking for some tricky stuff. I'm looking to grab you, and I'm looking to take your back. I'm looking to get you in potentially a pull guard situation where I can get a top mount or even get on the ground.
So take down, but not a traditional double leg type of situation.
But even then, too, that's a possibility. But when you're getting uppercut like that, I don't know when you're.
That's dangerous.
That's a dangerous move. I mean, I think with the new patch as well, something that these guys aren't really experienced with, the striking is completely different. And that is beautiful. A missed opportunity to go for the body there. But a great double leg.
Yeah, made him pay for that little turning takedown in the half guard. 2.5 minutes. So we'll see if he's able to. Nope. Denied big time. Good defensive jiu-jitsu by Mr. Beer Bongs.
Absolutely. One of the things that is that I'm curious to see is right now Beer Bong. Oh, that was what I was curious about.
Big shot over the top.
Yep, I was wondering if he was going to telegraph that uppercut and get caught with some head movement there, and he did. Now, something to note as well is the left leg. I mean, he switched it out, but the left leg of Sterling is hurt. So right now, you got low cardio, hurt body, versus high cardio, wrestling Sterling, and you're taking punishment.
Yep, and the Sterling player, Miss, just has all day to pick apart. Just keep throwing these knees. Be careful. Keep that leg escape. But spinning fist. Oh my gosh, perfect timing. Perfect timing. Beer Bong is not out of this.
No, not at all. But this is pretty excellent work that he's doing here. Honestly, I mean,
given the situation he's in, he's doing very well. Nice takedown too. Nice defensive way to end out the round there, Ruthless.
Yeah, I mean, give it mid-round, like next round. I'm pretty sure he's going to be out of stamina. Like, I mean, honestly, he's out of stamina now, but he'll start with just a little bit of a boost. This is right here is why I don't really pick an Aldo. Like, I'm not very technical. I had a good fight with a guy. His name was Fakies or Fakes or something like that, and he was pretty good with Aldo. You really have to know your striking distance, I feel, to be a good Aldo player, so you can land your leg kicks, land your body kicks. That's not me, but if I feel like you're at a disadvantage, you pick Aldo.
Absolutely is huge. No, that is a great point you make about if you're going to try with Aldo. I don't use him either, but I guess the question is, the Beer Bong, is he up on the cards? Is it 1-1? And should he conserve and only go for a knockout? Should he just try to survive and win on cards if he thinks he's up 2-0? He has landed a ton of volume.
I don't know, man. To be honest, I couldn't see him being up right now. His body got hurt a bunch of times.
It goes by damage a lot more than strikes. You're right.
It totally does. I'm so happy you understand that. And that's what's interesting, right? Like he's now taking him down, but he wasn't able to capitalize and stop that full guard attempt, and he just gets up. So I mean, good takedown attempt but nothing really came of it. And I guess it was just accidental. Maybe he went for a body straight.
Well, we got 3 minutes, 20 seconds of game time left. Aldo's on fumes. Sterling still has 75, 80% of his stamina. His legs chewed up, but that's not going to win the fight for Aldo.
Nice pull guard.
What does he have here besides maybe catching him with a random uppercut of death? If you woke up and you were in Beer Bong's shoes with 2 minutes, 50 seconds to go, what would you do?
I'd be very upset right now because I let my body get destroyed and I threw so many strikes. To be so honest with you, I've been in situations like this, and I've gotten some, I would like to call them fluke wins with maybe that uppercut of death or the high kick or a submission.
Okay.
He is fighting almost not even halfway Sterling. He's got no stamina. He needs to get out of this, which it's not looking good.
Is not looking good. Missed. Really wants to put him away with a submission. I thought the escape bar was growing fast, but it got stifled very quickly, and now it's a dead race. I think Escape is winning slightly, Ruthless.
He is. Yeah. It looks so. He is going to get out of this. He doesn't have enough stamina to do any effective transitions at this point, and there's a minute left.
Yeah. Now you've got to say it's game over unless something absolutely unprecedented happens. Essentially, nope. Big shot. He's hurt bad. See if Miss can get the knockout. He wants the finish. He wants fight of the night even.
Yes, fight of the night. What you mentioned something about? Oh God! How did they both fall? What happened?
He caught his leg and he threw a flying knee.
But how did he fall when he did it?
Up kick. I don't know how he fell when he did it though.
Right, that was weird. Honestly, the best thing that he could do right now is, I guess just let it go to decision.
Still fighting back. Beer Bongs and BMWs not giving up.
Oh.
He took a lot of damage, but he served out a lot of damage as well, and he didn't get finished. So that's a small victory, Ruthless.
That is, I would say that this is that's something you can be proud about. That is, see, look at this. What happened? Why does he look like he got rocked? This game sometimes, man, just makes me so mad.
That's crazy.
That was so cool.
Yeah, we saw some good, interesting technique. Seeing that at the end there, that was fun. Here we go.
Aljamain Sterling.
Definitely. 29-28. Closer than maybe people might have thought. Congratulations, ICB missed.
I'd imagine that was because of that first round, because of the amount of strikes. which is weird, right? Like he threw more, but what did he do? And sometimes with the judges in this game, like one thing I respected about UFC 3 is that it at least told me the damage that was output, right? Like not like at the end of the fight. One of the things I want to do is reflect on what did I do right within the fight so that I can, replicate or do better. And
great point. It's hard to tell. In the patch, they added fight cards at least, so we can review those in the future. But I agree. I want the damage back too.
I'm sure that will come back. And I only mention it because if a dev is watching this, hey, please bring the damage back. Overall, pretty cool matchup that was, and good win there. Good win.
Definitely good win for the ICB camp and beer bongs and BMWs. Hope to see you again, man. That was a fun fight.
Yeah, you're a party animal, dude.
All right, guys. I guess we're going right into the fourth fight. What do you say? We got Joe the Monster versus Silent Ninja. Let me get into the details from the scouting report. Silent Ninja wants to be competitive. He wants to be considered one of the best strikers, in particular, continuing to improve his technique by playing a lot throughout the year. So he's looking at that long-term, just grind. Calls himself a UFC 4 Taekwondo black belt. Attacks like a Spartan, evades like a ninja is his mantra. The fight will be a war. Clinch, ground, strikes, whatever. Someone's getting knocked out. And, of course, we got Joe the Monster. His goals for UFC grow every day. Every day he's waking up more goals. Better and better is all he wants. Puts up fight of the night performances. Style depends on his opponent. Never fought Silent Ninja before. Doesn't know him. But believes his ground game is better in particular. So here we go, buddy.
So starting off, I mean, he's doing what a normal Nate should be doing, and he's putting a lot of pressure. Interesting that he's using the medium camera angle. That's, just looking at a game analyst. Do you use this angle? What angle do you use?
I use, the wide angle, I believe, right?
Yeah, there's a wide angle.
I use the wide. I did not use this one. I know that.
Yeah, and the one I saw it, I was like, why am I looking up at them? But it's still pretty cool.
Yeah, it zooms in and out. It kind of looks cool, but I would never be able to play with it. It would drive me insane, but I digress.
Oh, very nice. And then he goes for a takedown. He's throwing a lot, but it looks like Silent Ninja is actually evading a majority of these strikes.
Trying to use some of that slickness. All right, trying to use some of that slickness. Wants to see if maybe Joe, as Diaz, even though he's got a big gas tank, might overcommit and or gas himself a little, and they can catch him. So we're seeing kind of a defensive battle, trying to feel it out. But he's taking some damage. Ninja just took a couple of big shots from Joe.
Right. Like he's playing really patient, and it looks like Joe is trying to set his feet, and he paid for it there with a spinning back kick.
I'm impressed with that, how patient he was. It paid off there too.
Yeah, his whole gimmick and his whole fighting style gimmick. His gimmick is Spartan ninja guy, but his whole fighting style is very patient. It looks like he just gave up his back. Oh, nice.
Slams him immediately. Might as well. If they got your back, might as well slam him ASAP. Got his back. Full mount. We got a minute 50 to work with here, Ruthless. And he's back to half guard, but I mean, Pettis, he should have pretty good bottom control, enough to defend himself from here, I would think. We'll see if Spartan can actually use that, though.
Oh, yeah, and he also has pretty decent submission offense as well. I personally did not get into using Pettis in this game. When I have used Pettis in this game, I've done some pretty good stuff with him. You can use him like the Pettis of old, I feel. And then I think that might be what our compadre Silent Ninja is trying to do here.
Yep, at this point with 35 seconds left, might as well just kind of chill out. Don't use any gas, but also don't get hurt. He's already got denied a couple times trying to get up. Since the patches, since launch, you can survive ground and pound much better and even kind of rope-a-dope your opponent if you do it right. He didn't really do it right, in my opinion, but you can do that, and I like to implement that myself a lot.
You feel like they made it so that you have pillow hands?
It depends. Certain positions. Now, knee on belly does tons of damage now. So, and certain people still have that heavy hands. But, you know, it is a lot harder to ground and pound. So I'm not going to say if it's better or worse per se. But they definitely, sometimes you feel like you got pillow hands. I'll give you that.
Yeah. I only say that, not critiquing. I'm just, it's one of those things that, is it worth it to even posture up? I think that if they're damaged, sure, but if you really take a look at how long it takes. Oh, wow, he's really doing well with being so patient and landing counter strikes.
Big head kick. And these are like single 1-2 shots that are landing perfectly, powerfully, and at perfect range, Ruthless. So he's precision here.
It's a good fight. He's fighting very technically against an aggressive brawler like Nate Diaz. If Pettis had done this in real life, this would have been. That was great. He's doing really well. He might not be landing as many. Now that's not good. He can't get greedy here. He's got to stick with his other game plan.
Yeah, great point. I've caught myself doing it. I try to train myself out of that, but sometimes you go to the well a couple too many times and get a little greedy with the same thing. You can get blasted in this game and game over if you get caught by the right person.
Right, and so now this is interesting. He tried to take him down here by bailing on the single leg and going over under. It didn't work. But he's still pressured forward, and I wonder if he did that because he doesn't think that he's offensively as skilled as Silent Ninja. And I say this, not to talk smack on the guy. It's just genuinely that might be what he's thinking right now. Every time he swings, other than that, like, he's not really connecting. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna say nothing else. Like, the guy started just teeing off.
It's that commentator's curse. I know how it goes, but no, you're right. Spartan's being very slick, very patient, and avoiding a lot of damage, so it's probably very frustrating for Joe. But he gets him on the ground with 2 minutes left, up against the cage, and he's going for the ground. Now let's see if he can actually do some damage, though. Not too much. Not much.
Again, he's in rubber guard, and now he allowed himself to get put into side control now, and he just gets up.
Wow, that is going to be a morale. That hurts the morale for Joe. You know that for sure.
Yeah, I mean, and again, the stamina is getting a little lower. It doesn't really matter if you're Nate Diaz though, because he does have the marathoner perk, so it'll kick in. He gains more. Is it? I know there's another perk that I believe it gives him more stamina.
Is it the higher altitude, the 3, 4, and 5 rounds, 3, 4, 5?
Yeah, he has that. And so it's not going to be that significant if you're coming into the third round with a little more or less than half stamina. So not a big deal about his stamina right now. But still, it's never good to just be sitting and throwing so many shots. And now it looks like he's becoming a little bit more patient, trying to pick his shots.
Yeah, I think he realizes, look, I need to slow down a little bit and maybe catch Ninja coming in or getting a little too overconfident. Not extremely successful with it, though, and Joe's trying his hardest. I know he's going to come out strong here in the third round as hard as he can, but Silent Ninja is playing the game perfectly. It's just working out great for him right now.
Well, his stamina is definitely looking good, but when I just saw the stats, he's still throwing a significant amount of strikes, but his stamina doesn't really show it. He's just really, that was a good.
Very judicious with those strikes, and most of them are landing, and he's not missing a whole bunch, but we got it. Take his back and slams him down. This could be,
that's not good.
This is just, Spartan has just such a great, Spartan Ninja has such a great defense here. I've seen it, his skills, let alone Pettis. So Joe's going to be in trouble. I mean, he's got that rubber guard. This is a great spot for Diaz, of course. Big damage. Sounded bad, at least.
Oh, that's awful. He's going to go for a submission. A go-go plata.
Oh, man. The escapes started so much, though.
Yeah, I just, again, I don't feel like chokes, other than what's happening here, unless he's doing it on purpose.
I think he's panicking or trying to get in position by doing that on purpose. Pro move.
I don't think it's a pro move. I don't think it's Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Oh no, he just got unbelievable. That was not what we expected, was it, Ruthless?
He choked himself out.
That was, I thought it was a pro move. I know sometimes if you think you got an easy escape, maybe he thought he had an easy escape, wanted to get some better position by sinking it in longer, you know what I mean? And lost control from there? Or did he panic and maybe didn't know how to, I mean, the patch about a month ago changed the way you can't flick the stick back and forth to defend. Did he still think that was viable, or what happened, man? That was crazy.
That'd be interesting if he still thought it was viable. I'll tell you, I couldn't tell you, man. The guy went and said he was doing good. He had his escape up, and then he literally started spinning the wheel. And I don't know if he got confused. I don't know if he thought he was red. I don't know, but he ended up choking himself out. And like, what more can you say? I think the chokes in this game are absolutely awful. And if you get caught within a choke, you probably are not being very elusive and you're being predictable. So
incredible. We did not see that commentator curse once again, Ruthless. I think people need to live bet against us and they'll make a lot of money.
Probably. I mean, pro play right there. Like guy goes.
Hey man, great comeback though. Like, oh my gosh, that's got to be fight of the night potentially. I don't know.
Maybe.
Stuff.
I mean, it's pretty cool. If there's a sub of the night, then that's a.
There you go. There you go. I like the way you put it right there. Well, guys, we got to move on to the co-main event. You guys ready for this? We got Guns. We got Young Killix. Start with Guns 72, former featherweight champion of the IXC.
And it looks like these guys have faced off 4 times. Guns, it's got 4 wins. That's
4-0. Huh? Well, he's the former featherweight champion. He wants to be in the ESFL ASAP. So he likes the IXC apparently, but he's got his sights on the big leagues, ESFL. So if he can get this win here, that'll put him even closer. His fighting style is patient but aggressive, passive aggressive even, he would say. Expects back and forth. Young Killix, though, goals are just to have fun, get better at the games, calculated fighter, good combinations. Expects a close fight, so we don't know how close those four fights were, but Young Killix got respect, it looks like, for Guns.
No, that's good. So let's see. Let's see how this goes. Medium camera angle. And if you guys, the ESFL, he's the ESFL champion right now, right? Romero for PS4?
Correct. Yes, sir.
So he put out a video regarding camera angles, and it's pretty good in discussing when you should throw certain strikes stationary and what ranges work. Okay. And the medium one was the most interesting. So whenever I see somebody use the medium camera angle after seeing that video, I'm really intrigued to figure out what your game plan is and how you view your opponent. And that's a great takedown right there from Young Kill.
That was a nice takedown. No, the camera angles is something that needs to be, I guess, dive deeper into. One of my stream folks told me change it to the wide, and I did like it, and it went there. But I could see other ones being viable. Nice takedown here. Killix gets his back, too. And now he's throwing some strikes down on top of him. So for a co-main, we're already seeing it on the ground. I think this is probably one of the first times we've seen it on the ground this early, but we're seeing some domination by Killix right now, full mount.
Yeah, absolutely. He's doing pretty well to, nullify Justin Gaethje. Now, if this is what happens to Justin in his actual fight, he's going to be in a little bit of trouble. So he's doing well to kind of utilize the grappling advantage to the best of his ability, and he's doing denies. That was a great deny right there. That was great.
Denials are huge. Denials so important, guys. Everyone loves striking. You gotta, if you don't want to be an offensive grappler, you at least gotta be a defensive grappler. Put in the time.
Now
right.
that was interesting.
Adam Flatton puts him into a submission. Run us through the submission attempt, Ruthless.
Now he's going through an armbar, and now, so I think he's not really following him. So I think he's going to get out fairly easy. He did have a good advantage here. If you take a look at Gunn's actual stamina, it was really close to the dot, but he didn't really follow him very well. And as a result, he's now lost it. And he went for another armbar, but it didn't work.
I felt like he had him dead to rights there, and he just didn't really do the minigame very well, to be honest, because he had him low stamina and he felt like he jumped out to a good lead on the submit versus escape bar, but not enough at all.
No. So one of the things that I know when I go for joint submissions, the top people in PS4, what they'll go for and what they'll do is they'll kind of shimmy a little bit, because when you follow them closely and when they shimmy it without extending the bar, it makes it go, ooh, that was a good lean back. He's just pressuring a lot really well with Gaethje.
Interesting first round, pretty interesting. I mean, a lot of obviously on the ground, but some damage. I'm not a good judge, so I'll just leave it at that. But I think there's still anyone's fight at this point.
Oh, for sure. Because what really happened in that first round was, if anything, Poirier maybe got it because of the takedown.
I thought so, maybe, exactly. But it's hard to say.
Oh, but not if he continues to get his body beat up like this, and then he just ends up standing there. This could be really bad if he doesn't. There you go. Very nice.
Started to take some of that damage. Gaethje hits hard. So Poirier hits hard and is tough as well, but you don't want to be taking clean shots from Gaethje in any position.
It's interesting to see him using Poirier on the back foot. It's not about that. That was a great takedown to stop the
Beautiful.
I wonder if he denied it. And he did. Good.
He did it. Slick attempt there by young Killix, but Gunn says this ain't my first rodeo, brother.
Right. He fails to deny the sprawl, but you know what? That can be a little tricky to catch in side control. It's one of the most dominant positions you can be in the game. But, if you miss it, it takes... Oh, okay.
Big rear uppercut catches Gaethje. He's ringing his bell, but he's coming back strong. He's not waiting at all. He's just running right back at him, and that's how Gaethje fights. So that's how Guns uses him.
Yeah, and it's pretty good strategy. I'm a little surprised that Kills is kind of pushing forward a little bit. He's more so stepping back, leaning a little bit, as you can see. I guess maybe he's just trying to make a good read and get a good counter in there. That was good, and then that's a good trip.
Great trip, just to keep him honest,
Yep, and he goes for the front kick, which was a pretty smart move to go for, especially... Did the stream just glitch?
I'm still here if you are, sir.
All right, good. So, especially, knowing that some people like to just immediately retaliate with like a 1-2, that's a pretty smart move to go for.
Definitely. Guns taking some damage to the body, so both of them put a little bit of a licking on each other. I think really Guns is probably taking a little bit more damage in the end, and his stamina is slightly lower too. So by that gauge, I guess Felix could be terrible. In the lead. Oh my gosh, you got to be looking out for that from now on. Ever since they saw that, I forgot the name of the gentleman who got that spinning kick knockout a couple weeks ago in the real UFC, but ever since then, people are throwing that flying knee out of the leg catch position, and it's landed a few times tonight in a few different fights, man. That's wicked. You got to watch out for that.
Yeah, it's absolutely, it's a tough, that was amazing. Good stuff. And now he's pushing forward, and he's about to put, I believe, some good boxing work on. Now, the head health and the body health of Poirier right now is a little bit lower because he's taking damage from body kicks and he's taking damage from punches. So Gaethje's head health is still high. His chin is very high, but he's still getting rocked. What would you think is a good strategy right now from Guns to avoid situations like this?
Not overcommitting. He almost got finished at the last second there. He missed, totally whiffed on a head kick. If Killix was on top of it, he could have knocked him out with an overhand, in my opinion. So Guns needs to keep the pressure and do damage, but he can't be overextending and falling into traps.
Right. And it looks like he's literally is doing exactly that. He's standing right in front of him when his block is really low.
it's a hard mindset to break yourself of. If you found so much success being a very heavy pressure fighter, it's hard to back off in the third round and just kind of change your strategy. But maybe he doesn't need to. But maybe
that was beautiful.
Porky was hurt really bad, but Gaethje goes down. Guns start checking himself a little bit. I know he wants to live and die by this, but let's see what he can pull out.
Yeah, and again, the patch, the pre-patch at least, I know tomorrow there should be a big one. It literally, the pressure fighting has been minimized. The striking reminds me more of UFC 3. So, he heard you. He heard you when you did about the overhand after the high kick.
That's one of my favorites, and I love Porky and land it all the time, so that's funny. No, the patch does make a world of difference, but it is interesting to see this too. They're fighting with what they got available. Big shots landing. 2 minutes 50 seconds left. He's still got a fair amount of head health. Gaethje is tough, but he's definitely flirted with disaster here.
Oh, for sure. Right now, they got literally half of the last round left, and both of them have a good amount of stamina. They could really make some good things happen here as long as they're able to, not do that.
Falls into that trap again. Big shots.
That was a great high kick.
Calyx comes back at him.
Almost.
He goes for the takedown. Nice, Ruthless.
Yeah. He's doing really well. I mean, he's really dominating him. And if I'm not mistaken, Guns literally was 4-0 against this guy. And I think Young Kill said I had enough, and I wanna do something about that. So he's putting out. So right now, we just want to give a shout out to the UFC for giving us an incredible raid. Thank you so much. Welcome everybody from
unbelievable. We got action. We got 56 seconds left of this fight. Ruthless, let's go. Anyone can still get knocked out.
Yeah, they're not giving up. They're both looking.
Big shot. Big shot. They're kind of standing in front of each other, both looking to counter, and it lands big by Calyx, and he's going for the finish.
Nice flip.
It's out of there just in time and trips him up. 16 seconds to go, Ruthless. Going for the finish, though. They're not Oh my gosh, he's hurt. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Ruthless. I don't even know what to say. We just saw like 4 knockdowns in a row. Just in time for the UFC raid. Shout out.
Thank you, UFC. We appreciate you. We love your game.
If you remember what just occurred right there, because there was so much action, what was your summary and who do you think won? We're going to the judges' scorecards. Crazy action.
Over aggressive Gaethje and good counters from Poirier.
That's about
and I
right.
think Poirier won this. Wow, and he gave him every round there.
Every round.
And that's kind of what we saw. In the first round, he went for more groundwork. In the second round, he did more countering, and he ended up taking it with the last 2 knockdowns. And then the final round, he pressured pretty well, didn't get overzealous, and he took him down with a good uppercut there. That was excellent.
He was mixing it up big time. Like you said, he started to catch him after missing those big head kicks by Guns. A couple of those takedowns to keep him honest. Flowing very nicely with that Poirier style. That was a nice win for young Calyx there. Avenges that 4-fight skid against Guns. So that's a big one for him, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, guys, main event's coming up, but let's really quickly go check out again the fight card coming up this Saturday after the pay-per-view. So special time, 4:30 p.m. Central Time, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to have ESFL 93. Xbox is going to be on the main card. Suave Jamie versus T4H, recognized for the strap. That'll be at welterweight. Former champ, inaugural champ of the Xbox, Dabakin, going to be fighting in flyweight. Wants to get that rematch. She's going to be facing Southpaw, though, and Southpaw's been on a heck of a run. The Coco, Blake Tyler versus Mangan. That's going to be a lightweight. So, again, this Saturday, special time on YouTube and Twitch, 4:30 p.m. Central, 5:30 p.m. Eastern. So, perfect time. And I think, Ruthless, what do you say?
I think it's time for this main event.
Time for that main event. We got Canio versus JD. Let's get to the scouting report. This is, of course, a championship fight, a main event.
Provided to you by a Luber Libre.
Absolutely. Let's start with JD. He's the challenger. He's a former IXC champion at middleweight. His goal, be the best he could be, put on great shows, and collect some gold along the way. His style's read and react ruthless, so adapt, overcome, looking to download information and make adjustments, which is big. Really, you got to do that at the highest level, and a 5-round fight, perfect for that. This guy is a champ for a reason, though, says JD. He's been on a tear. I envision a hard-fought battle on both sides, getting his hand raised. Of course, the champ, Canio, making his second defense of his middleweight title. He's the IXC welterweight and middleweight champ, defended both of them. He thinks he has a very complex style. He's good at striking, but he's looking for one-strike blows as well as pressure fighting. And he's just looking to keep defending that strap ruthless. So here we go immediately.
It's really funny because it's Israel Adesanya and Yoel Romero. There's no crowd, and it's pretty much like what happened in real life.
Did they turn off the commentary, or is this a new COVID level? No, I see people in the crowd, so okay. And it's not Japan, so they're not silent like they are over there in Japan. But
that's good. Yes, very knowledgeable. They are very silent.
To get everyone oriented, you might not be able to tell. JD is Slickster in the red corner. Canio is Slime Balls. He's the Romero. So the champ is actually in the blue corner.
This is excellent. What he's doing right now is, that was a good ankle pick attempt that he single leg that he tried to attempt there. Right now Romero's going for the body a few good times here.
Yeah, one thing with Romero, he doesn't have the greatest combination set, but he has tons of power, so you got to pick and choose, get a couple strikes here and there, but working to the body would pay off on a 5-rounder potentially. True.
You know, one of my favorite things that he did it in the Romero fight too, is that spinning back fist. If you throw a feint jab or land a jab and do it, it's so fast. It's really strong. And it's funny because it's just a 2-hit combo, but it really works. I wonder if he'll throw that in this. Right now, he's been doing a lot of lead body kicks. Oh, that was a great lead overhand that he had thrown there too.
Yes, pretty good action. Nothing too, at least compared to some of the crazy fights we've seen, not the fastest pace of all time, but big shot lands there, big knee. And over the top, nice knockdown. That's not a way to start this fight there for Canio.
Did you hear the crowd when he got the rock?
Yes, I did. They're like, "Wow!" Then it's silent again.
I wonder if that's just a part of the first rock sequence. If it happens again, I'm going to be convinced that it is. That's cool to know.
Yeah, it is. It is. Takedown attempt, easily stuffed though. Doesn't even want to go down to the sprawl. Just puts him up in that single under dominant position clinch. Nice head movement. Nice head movement. Romero's blowing through his stamina pretty quick. I mean, he got knocked down, and he's missing, and he's taking shots to the body. That's the triple triad you don't want.
Yeah, and you're using Yoel Romero. Granted, Yoel Romero can strike. You use him patient enough, you can really do some damage with him.
Exactly.
But, you know, one of the things that people somehow forget is guy's a former silver medalist inside the Olympics. Silver, right? And
correct, yes.
And he definitely can put some damage on you. If you're fighting an Israel Adesanya, I don't know why you're standing. Take him down and use your advantage.
I wholeheartedly agree. You got to take him down. Now, he's tried and he's been stuffed, but maybe you go for a clinch and then a takedown from there, or push him against the cage. You can't just always go for double legs in the middle of the cage. Your opponent's got strong instincts. It's a tough one to pull off, so you got to get creative.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, you can do so much to be creative.
There you go. So nice timing, just a little timing, and a little luck helps sometimes.
That's a good full guard attempt. I mean, definitely helps. And they tried to switch it over to half guard, and he now is put in half guard.
So how much patience does he have? That's the question. He's got 4 minutes to work. I think if he played his cards right, he could keep the fight here the entire round if he's patient enough, and skilled enough. It's not easy, but whoa, nope. Just as I say, that big stand-up. Great job working his way to the feet there.
Interesting enough, you can definitely steal rounds by just taking down over and over and just laying on them. This game is realistic in that sense, as long as you don't take too much damage. And that was awesome to not go for the takedown and land the high kick.
Yeah. This is putting Canio in such a tough situation. He's not really winning the exchanges on the feet. He's losing the stam. He's getting peppered.
Oh,
takes a big spinning shot right there. Putting some pressure, get him against the cage though. Maybe he needs. I don't know. Adesanya stood up so quickly when Romero got him on the ground. I don't know if he's bailing on that already or what's going on, but he's gonna have to change up his game plan. It's not going well here.
I think right now Slimeball is doing pretty well with and that would be well, which one's Slimeball? Canio. Canio. So I mean Canio right now.
That was a good sequence.
It is. I'm not. That's okay. It is. It is a part of the.
Oh, he's got eviscerated right there. Big damage. He's down. Oh my gosh, he's taking it right to the chops. Oh my gosh, unbelievable. Oh, it's over. New champion, brother. JD, huge knockdown, ground and pound Romero. Can you believe that? Adesanya with a ground and pound knockout, buddy.
Wow. I was just about to say, I'm wondering when Adesanya, JD, the new champion, congratulations.
Congratulations. Absolutely. Beautiful work on the feet to set that up, by the way. It wasn't just some ground and pound. It was good work on the feet. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, he was very patient. And as soon as he recognized that he could capitalize on his opponent's weaknesses, he did. And he used his striking like an Israel Adesanya would. And Israel Adesanya is not against going on top of you after he knocks you down. I mean, look at the last look at the last when he beat Robert Whittaker and Paulo Costa, destroyed him, by the way. I called that.
That's a great point. Just like in real life, in the video game, he's not worried about it either. So that's it for tonight, brother. We just went through 6 fights, including the main event. New champion. I got some announcements from the back. Want me to go through them real quick?
Let's do it.
We have, let's see, 2 awards tonight. This comes straight from the prez of the IXC himself. What is it? Looks like gift cards. So we got some loot for the fight of the night. Guns and Young Kill won the fight of the night. They both received the $10 gift card. So that co-main event, that crazy comeback win, both participants got fight of the night. And there you go, man. Both of them get a little bit gift cards. Nice to have for sure.
And that is just the beginning. I'm sure that when ESFL and other partnering groups continue to grow, we're just going to continue to see more praise to the people that take the time to play this video game
for sure,
to give you entertainment.
JD, aka Slickster, might not have got the fight of the night, but he got the gold, and it was a big win for him. Ruthless. Any other thoughts on the night? I think it was a great way to start off fight weekend. I'm officially on fight weekend right now. Gonna watch all the content I can as we build up to Gaethje and Khabib, man. And of course, the ESFL card will be a little later to accommodate the unique start time. So it's really coming. Khabib Gaethje, let's go, baby.
So my only thought is beer bongs and BMWs is the best party animal I've ever seen. And I really feel bad for Silent Ninja getting choking himself out in the middle of a fight. That was pretty bad. But at the same time, thanks for participating, everybody. We really appreciate it here. I want to give a shout out to Chur for his production. Luber for his lovely analysis that he provides to us. Thank you very much. And a shout out to everybody else. Boiler, is a content creator. I am a content creator. You can find me on Twitch and Boiler. You're on YouTube or Twitch?
I'm on Twitch as well.
I forgot. I'm so sorry. I literally stream like in the morning, so
all good, brother. I'm at night, so we're not competition. That's what I like to hear.
There you go. So you can find us both on Twitch. We both play, and if you're looking to get involved, you can get involved.
Absolutely. IXC, UFL, Primetime, they all affiliated with the ESFL, of course. If you want fights, you can find them, no matter your skill level.
Absolutely, and we don't discriminate. Come in, have a good time.
Super open atmosphere.
Just understand this. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. It's a game, and as long as you're doing your push-ups, eating your vitamins, and saying your prayers, then you are still a good person.
The more fun you have, the better you get. It's a kind of a conundrum, but I agree, sir. So it was so fun to call another fight with you, buddy.
Absolutely. The second time, right?
Yes, sir.
I like this one.
To the third.
Very smooth.
Yeah,
man. Forward to the third, man.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for us tonight. Catch you guys later. See you Saturday.
Yes. Khabib. It's going to be so fun.
All
right. Peace out.